Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, September the 25th, 2024, through Friday, September the 27th. Now, listen, they wasted 3 days to get to a ridiculous story. I mean, Friday, well, actually, Thursday and Friday into Thursday, going into Friday, I was like, okay, where are they going with this? Right. So, of course, Sharon does change her mind. She wasn't going to leave the poison in the bottle. So she went and dumped it out. And now she's was gonna turn to leave or something, knocked over a little tray that had glass in it. Oh no, now I got to clean up the glass. Do you really? The purpose was to get in and out of there. Forget cleaning up glass, right? So she cleans up the glass, tidied up everything. Now she's getting ready to go. What happens? She opens the door. Heather is standing there. Heather came home. Somebody should be coming home. Heather was just going for a job interview. So Heather's like, Sharon, what are you doing in my house? What? I'm waiting for Daniel. And Heather's like, no, you're not waiting for Daniel. What are you doing in our house? Like I said, I'm waiting for Daniel. And Heather's like, I just spoke with Daniel. Okay. He would have mentioned the person that's been terrorizing our family was waiting for him in our home. Nor would he have you wait, Sharon. Nor would he have you wait. How did you break in to my, no. Daniel told me to have the super let me in. And Heather's like, oh my God, stop lying. Daniel would never tell you to have the super let you into our house. Because there's nothing you would need to speak to him that important that you couldn't come back or he couldn't meet you at the, I mean, she didn't say meet you at the coffee house, but she should have said, or meet you at the coffee house. Chick, why would you come into my home? Then Sharon goes, because I'm trying to get you all to leave. You all need everything was fine until Daniel came back, and then you all, set up home Genoa City as she just goes on and on. And Heather's like, you know what? No, I'm calling Daniel right now. No, there's no need to call Daniel. And she grabs the phone or slaps the phone out of Heather's hand. And then Heather says, see, I knew you were lying. And then this all off the rocker dialogue from Sharon. This for the actress, Sharon Case, this had to be hard to do because it was so creepy bizarre. And for her, for months now, to have to keep this creepy, mentally unstable face, it has to be it would affect any sane person, right? But I'm just watching this saying, okay, where are they gonna go with this? So Heather decides, you know what? I'm putting a stop to this. I am going to protect my family. She was going to call the cops. So as she is, she reached for her phone to call the cops. Sharon books for the door. And Heather's like, oh no, Sharon, you're not going anywhere. She want her to wait for the cops. Did she need to wait for the cops? No. Let Sharon, her crazy behind, go, call the cops, do a police report, do a restraining order. I mean, the whole 9 yards, but trying to grab her. And that's when Sharon, let go of me. And when she, of course, does that, Heather falls and hits the ground. Now, they had her, I guess we're supposed to believe she hit her head, the back of her head on the table on her way down. Although, really, that fall should not have happened that way. That was sloppily shot, right? And Sharon turns, Heather, are you okay, Heather? Heather, get up, Heather. So Heather, she comes to and she looks at her and she goes, you're insane. And she's trying to scoot back, right? And Sharon is now leaning against the wall, getting dizzy. You know, her vision is getting fuzzy and blurry as she's looking. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Next scene, Sharon wakes up from sleeping on the couch or being passed out on the couch. Now, Daniel and Lucy were just having ice cream. That's all they were having. All of this time, they should have come home, right? Sharon wakes up. She gets up the couch. Heather? Heather, what's wrong with you, Heather? Heather's laying still down on the ground. And of course, now Cameron's here. Heather, get up. And he goes, I don't think she's going to answer you back. Check for a pulse. So she checks. There is no pulse. There is no pulse. Look, just like JT didn't have a pulse when Nikki thought she killed him, right? Yes, Sharon was in the wrong in that house because she initially said, I'm going to call the police. And of course, we say Cameron, but really that's her psychosis says, no, don't call the police. You're going to have a hard time explaining yourself. She's already dead. They're going to think oh, you know what you need to do. You need to cover up your tracks. So when she rolls Heather over, there's blood all on, she touches her head and there's blood all on Sharon's hands. Now, mind you, hands full of blood. And she's like, oh no, oh no. Where did she wipe her hands? Because we didn't see a bloody handprint anywhere else after that. She had to have gotten the blood off her hands some kind of way. Next scene, we see her wrapping Heather in a sheet. And now blood is coming through the sheet from Heather bleeding. And he goes, that's not enough. That's not going to do. So then she, I guess, gets a blanket and some rope. She's wrapping Heather up in the blanket and the rope. And I'm thinking, okay, this is an apartment. How many of us, and I'm asking you in Comic Corner Land, how many of you have thick rope that you can wrap up a body with? Let's just say that. I don't have any rope in my house. I mean, rope is not a necessity. So the Romalatis just happen to have rope and enough rope to wrapping up this body. Then it shows Sharon with a towel cleaning up blood, trying to get it up off the wood. Now, any of us that's watched enough CSI, it takes a lot to truly clean up blood stains. And the way they just showed her squishing the blood around, I mean, because I guess Heather was really bleeding out now. I don't know. I'm like, there's no way she could clean that up and it not get on the rug, right? Now, Sharon, superhuman strength Sharon, because realistically, Heather weighs either Sharon's weight or a little more. So Sharon's having to deal with her own body weight, but dead weight. They live what, on the fourth floor? I would say no lower than the third floor, because Lily lives in the penthouse. Daniel's just a few floors down. I say the fifth floor. But the funny thing is, when they showed Sharon going back into the apartment to get some of Heather's things, see, she had all kind of time to make it look like Heather's left. They didn't have an apartment number on the door at all, or on the wall next to the door. And I thought, well, what kind of apartment building is this? No number, period. Because I wanted to see what floor were they on. Sharon had to go down flights and flights of stairs, dragging a body downstairs. I mean, realistically, she really was going to just need to let it go and let it roll down the stairs. Boom, 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 boom. Right? But somebody might hear that. But guess what? Nobody saw Sharon at all. Going down 3 to 4 flights of stairs. Nobody saw her dragging a body out of anywhere, all the way to wherever she parked her car. And she put Heather's body in the trunk of the car. Now, Heather's bleeding. This is just, she ain't in plastic. Sheridan put her in plastic. So blood should be going through that blanket by now. When Sharon put her in the trunk, blood should have been getting all on the carpet in the trunk. So she goes back. She makes it look like Heather's leaving. I think she picked up Heather's phone and all of this, right? Looks around. She has, and she does get the little bloody rags that still would not have been enough to clean up that amount of blood. And takes the bag, puts it in the passenger seat, drives the body to this bridge, underpass a river. There's a river under the bridge, but it's a far way down. Was able to lift the body, like I said, superhuman strength Sharon. Could barely hold a pot of coffee in one hand and a cup in another, right? But she lifted up this body up over the bridge rail. No other cars coming, not at all. Throws Heather's body into the river. And I'm sitting here watching this, saying, what kind of show is this? Because there is no redemption for Sharon after this. See, you all, I need help. My bipolarism is acting up. That's not going to cut it. Because they have been trying to get her help for months, right? So Sharon now is a murderer. Well, here's the deal. Manslaughter is really what it was. But by her covering up that crime like that, and now trying to deceive people, murderer. See, now she is meditating every action she's taking. Now, the premeditation was when her trying to kill Daniel, but then she changed her mind. And when she took all of Heather's things, or some of Heather's things, she wouldn't took the bottle that had the traces of the poison in it too. Because she had put that bottle back in the cabinet stupidly, right? She took that too. Oh, and she just boo as she's dumping Heather's body into the river. Please forgive me. I'm yelling at the screen. No. What is this? So anyway, everybody, I'm this whole way that they made this turn of events happening with Sharon, from the culmination this past week to Friday, was ridiculous. To me, it's horrible storytelling. Sharon is a main staple character on this soap opera, and there is no way they should have had her go this deep down this path. There is positively no way. And now for Lucy and Daniel, their whole lives changed. See, this go depending on how they're choosing to do this, they're not gonna know what happened to Heather for quite some time. I'm just in shock. So let me know how you feel in comment corner. But one of the things that had better happen is the events of her killing Heather. This is so much. The events of her killing Heather better have been in her psychotic mind when she passed out, because remember, she blacked out. She woke up on the couch saying, "What have I done? I the only way out is," she did none of that. And Heather never even walked in the door and saw her, you know? Or yeah, that's the only way out of that. Or when she woke up, she hightailed it out of there and Heather's not dead. She's just got a bad bump on the head, right? But Heather ending up dead, there's no way. They just gave Sharon a business of her own that was thriving. She's still the owner of Crimson Lights. Grandmother. Now to destroy all of that? Uh-uh. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner, starting at the top. Lisa says the writer should have Tucker take over Abbott Chancellor. Kimberly says, "Oh my God, I'm loving Sharon's crazy episode. I didn't like none of it. There's no coming back from what she did. Is she retiring from the show? She got to be, because that chick is going to be sent away or locked up for decades. The woman is going to an insane asylum. I know." Judy says, "What's wrong with Sharon's right eye? It appears to be sagging a little. Look, her trying to hold them crazy look for months. Come on now." Yolanda says, "Victoria has a degree in art from Italy." And Nick finished GCU. Oh, okay. Did he? And then Denzel says, "The Wicked Witch of the West, Victoria, wants Chancellor for herself. She's a traitor to Billy by offering him money to start his own company. Like what? Nah, Victoria is her daddy and mommy." Claire says, "I don't like the Sharon storyline at all." I'm with you, Claire. I haven't watched for the last several weeks. I come here to get caught up. Hopefully, Daniel won't drink the poison. I pray this storyline will end soon. Well, you know what? I don't know where they're going with it, because in reality, if what happened on Friday really happened, it's far from over. Far from over. And I wish I could be you, Claire, because they're just not watching it. Oh, but you know what? Even though there was a period I wasn't doing the recaps for The Young and the Restless because I was disgusted with the show like I am now, I still watched it. I just didn't do recaps. You know, ah, boy, I just shook my head Friday with this show. Yolanda says, "Watch Victoria. She may want Chancellor for herself." LaShunta says, "Vicky's a traitor. She didn't tell him he wants it for Nikki. It pissed me off. That's Jill's company. Why is she pressuring Billy? Victor coming after him. Nobody, what, bad? Nobody bar Victor. Faith is the only one who treats Adam decently. He didn't want to step on Nick's toes, but he would have done more or did more, done more. I'm so over Sharon and Cameron. She got enough sense to wear gloves. I know if Daniel was to drink uh and sleeping in the back seat. Wait, Daniel was drunk and sleeping in the back seat. Cassie drove the car. How is it his fault for the car accident? Really, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. And then Denzel says, them seeing Sharon put the poison in Daniel's liquor bottle to kill Daniel by the manipulation of Cameron, but I know she ain't gonna kill Daniel. That's not in her heart at all. No, she changed her mind, but guess what? Heather's dead, right? So what's in her heart now? Yeah, Billy was definitely the aggressor by approaching Adam, and Adam just knocked out, knocked him out. Well, really didn't quite knock him out, knocked him on his butt over that table. But I still don't know how Adam uh I still don't like how Adam kind of grabbed Chelsea and told her about his feelings, knowing she didn't want to hear it. I'm not liking how the writers are writing Adam Newman at this point. Great review, daily recap, as always. And then Lynn says hi. So that's it for Comment Corner. You know what? I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think what we saw Friday really, really happened? What do y'all think? And if it did, if you think it really happened, where do you think they can go from here with Sharon's character? That just taints everything. Because see, now it's different when you accidentally kill somebody, because it was an accident. Now you may have been unlawfully in her place, but it was an accident. But now going to this lengths of covering up the death, that's almost like those that chop up a body to dispose of the parts. She wrapped up the body, drove it out, and threw it over a a bridge rail into the river. The family won't have a chance to even bury Heather. Oh no, that's another level. That's a whole nother level. Matter of fact, Heather's disappearance, she caused them to bring back the character of Paul back to come to look for his daughter. Okay. All right, everybody, that is it. I'll probably be back on Wednesday with a midday review of The Young and the Restless.